The simulation theory and NPCs. Let's have a conversation about it. Now, the information out there about NPCs is that they are part of the Matrix. They are one and the same with the simulation known as the Matrix, the grid, the thing that is the artificial reality that we find ourselves in. And they basically don't have any soul and so forth. Now, I never really got into the whole soulless human thing. It just never really resonated, but I could be wrong, and the theory could be true that, you know what I'm saying, there could be people down here that don't have a soul or a spirit or, a true essence to their being. Like they don't have nothing that goes over into the afterlife. Like they're like a void in a meat suit. But if soulless people were real or are real, then that basically means they are an extension of the matrix, of the simulation known as Earth, of the artificial reality that we find ourselves incarnated and reincarnated over and over into. In one sense, they basically are the gatekeepers of the simulation. So the artificial construct known as Earth has agents basically, and the agents are or would be the police of the Matrix, the Agent Smiths, so forth. And yeah, they basically would be handling the Matrix, the simulation known as Earth. Now, okay, so the artificial construct is something that isn't real, because if it was real, we wouldn't have to die and pass away and go back to the real reality, even though there are artificial simulations in the afterlife as well. And then there's the false light and the real light. There's the real source and the fake source. And how would you recognize the real source if you have this fake source that shows you love and light and bliss and all that? Because, I mean, obviously some of that would be in the real source. Maybe not to the degree of the false light, but I mean, I do believe that, us as individual sparks of the creator or the universal mind or whatever you want to call it, the real source or the real reality behind the fake reality. I'm sure that, we know what love is, and we know what higher feelings and vibrations and higher energy and intelligence feels like. Because obviously, you know the difference between the low vibrational shit that happens down here versus something that's higher than this, that's, more of something you would enjoy, because a lot of us are tired of the BS down here. That's no lie. So that's not hard to recognize. We wouldn't need like a light to shine over us and engulf us in pure bliss so we could see the way. Like that in and of itself is just suspicious, but it is what it is until we can figure out what's really going on fully, because we don't really 100% know. We can speculate to a degree, but we don't really 100% know until we fully die and pass away. And by then, you're not coming back to tell anybody what you found out. So it's basically just, you got to find your way. So, but the simulation, the artificial construct, is here to distract. There are so many distractions in this construct known as Earth. And if NPCs are a real thing, if soulless humans really exist down here, then they basically are the operators, or they are the thing that the Matrix operates itself through. They can monitor what's going on. The Matrix can use an NPC to gather information on a situation or something that it needs to take care of, whatever. The handlers of the Matrix can be used to get rid of a threat or clean up the Matrix or whatever needs to be done. But yeah, that's one way of looking at it. I don't know how many of you watched the video that I did about the Astral Realm supercomputer Well, that could be part of what is causing the simulation to have its full effect or part of its effect. And then there's the whole Saturn moon matrix and all that. I talked about that as well. So we can't really say 100% for sure is simulating the simulation, but we know that it is some big time manipulation going on with this simulation. I don't know if any of you have listened to David Icke, but David Icke is one of the few that believe the light after death is an AI simulated system intelligence or something like that. And yeah, basically, we know what the light does. Now, I do believe that could be true, that the light could be some type of AI, but not the kind of AI that we would think of in human terms. Like it'd be a completely different AI, and it would have to be run by interdimensional beings. I don't believe the AI would run itself, because AI is programmable and stuff. It would have to have a program to run off of. So it would have to be a programmable AI intelligence that would basically be doing 90% of the agenda work of its creators. And that would be whatever beings you want to say is involved in the soul trap. If you want to say the reptilians are behind this, the Anunnaki, the archons, shadow beings, whatever it is. I've already talked about this group that work, as a cohesive unit to trap souls and kidnap souls and trick souls and all that. I don't believe these beings are AI. I believe that they are interdimensional, universal beings, just like we are. They may be using AI to mess with us and trap souls and all that, but they themselves are not AI. But they are sinister as hell. But that's why I believe the void may be the way out, and I made a video on this already. Because think about it, a universal being or an eternal consciousness or a spirit, that doesn't die wouldn't need to be in any set place. An eternal being can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be in a certain area. So any place could be our home. We could reside anywhere, those of us that know that you have a spirit or a soul. So the question now is, where do you want to go and explore? What type of adventures do you want to get into when you pass away?